Hey, what's up YouTube? JB here. So this is going to be my first ever video. I've been planning on making a channel for some time, but finally just now got around to doing it. As some of you may know, because I'm going to direct some people to this channel, I have a much larger channel which talks about One Piece and anime, and this is going to be my gaming channel, for lack of better words. I don't play a lot of games, but when I do play games, I play them hard, and that's the kind of content that I want to give to you guys so that we can all play Duel Links a little better. I can share my thoughts about decks, about cards, about sets, tips and tricks, how I play the game, and maybe you guys can do the same for me, and we can, I don't know, beat Duel Links, if that's even possible to do. But anyway, for this video, I just reached King of Games. This is the second time I've been in King of Games, and it's not always very easy to do that, because in order to go from Plat 3 to King of Games, you actually have to win 5 duels in a row. And I don't play all the time, like 24/7 or whatever, so actually getting 5 wins in a row can be tricky, even if you have a really good deck. And so the deck that I did it with is actually a Harpies Hunting Ground deck with Mai. And this particular deck got a absolutely huge upgrade from the last set, Wonders of the Sky. And really, the two cards that gave it an upgrade are the Sonic Duck, which is your 1700 Wing Beast Beater, but with Harpies Hunting Ground on the field, which Harpies Hunting Ground gives all Wing Beast monsters plus 200 attack and defense, and then also when you play a Harpy Lady, you can snipe off a face down, or actually any spell or trap card on the field, and you're actually forced to do that. And so anyway, that becomes a 1900 beater in the Harpies Hunting Ground deck, which I cannot emphasize how big a deal that. You can collect 3 Sonic Ducks, put that in your deck, and it is automatically better. Someone puts out their Dark Witch Dunames, I don't know actually, the 1800 Fairy Girl, and you put out your Sonic Duck, and if they can't get rid of your field spell, Sonic Duck is the winner. And so the other card that was added to it as well is the card that I cannot remember the name of, but we are about to find out. See, this is why we look at the deck first. Alright, here we go. It's the Bird Face, right. And the Bird Face, whenever it gets killed, you can search out a Harpies from your deck, which is nice. It's a nice search card. I only have one of them. I'd probably put 2 in this deck if I had a second one. In addition to that, it's 1600 with Harpies Hunting Ground on the field, 1818. The equal defense, the boosted defense as well, I find to be really useful, because you set this down at the beginning of the duel sometimes and get some free life point damage. But anyway, this is the deck that I run, and it's essentially the vanilla Harpy deck, right? So I play specific cards that are targeted, that are just used in a lot of decks, like the Rex deck as well, that are just good with vanilla decks. So Heart of the Underdog, whenever I draw a vanilla monster, you get this actually from Joey at level 25, so anyone can obtain this card. If you draw a vanilla normal monster, then you can show that to your opponent and you can draw another card, and this can go on forever. It's the absolute best draw card in the game right now. Obviously it only works for particular decks, but in those decks, it's one of the main reasons why those decks can be so strong. And I just felt like I had to put it in there because it combos nice with Order to Charge. There's not a lot of monster deletion right now in Duel Links, and so Order to Charge is one of those cards to do it, and it also is sort of only works in a vanilla monster deck. But these 2 cards right here are 2 of the strongest cards in the game that are like targeted towards specific decks and specific cards. And with that being said, it made me want to run it in this way. You obviously have 2 Harpy Ladies that are just vanilla monsters as well. So if you have Harpies Hunting Ground on the field, you play Harpy Lady, you get rid of one of their spells or traps, and then you play Order to Charge, you get rid of your Harpy Lady, and you kill whatever is on their side of the field. It's just absolutely awesome. Or if you have Heart of the Underdog on the field, you draw a Harpy Lady, you show it to your opponent, you draw another card. Drawing cards in general is just really, really good. Now, as for the other cards that I play in this deck, some people will be like, you know, why would you play Jerry Beans Man? Why would you play Duname's Dark Witch? Well, for Wing Beasts, there's not a lot of really strong Wing Beasts. Like I said, it was a big deal when we got Sonic Duck, who's a 1700 who becomes a 1900. But the next strongest Wing Beast, aside from Sonic Duck, is like Birdface. And then just below him, I believe, is I forgot what he is. He's a 1550 Wing Beast monster that came out in the very first set. And if you actually add that up, right, and you assume Harpies Hunting Ground is on the field, that 1550 Wing Beast actually becomes a 1750 Wing Beast, so he's equal to Jerry Beansman. But Jerry Beansman actually keeps his attack if you destroy the Harpies Hunting Ground, right? And so that actually does happen. A lot of people run cards just to get rid of the field spells that are just automatically summoned, whoever it might be. And so I like having Jerry Beansman, and if I had more Dunamis Dark Witch, I would obviously run more of her. Just because if they take out the field spell, this is still exactly as it is, and I couldn't really produce a monster as strong as them regardless, and they also happen to be vanilla monsters, which work well with Heart of the Underdog and Order to Charge. Enemy Controller is actually something I recently was able to farm for the first time. I actually did not select it from the Kaiba Cup. I selected Metalmorph, and I kind of regretted it afterwards. But here, I do have a copy. I might run more of this if I had more, but I have one, so it is what it is. I have 2 Mirror Walls, because Mirror Wall is just a really good card in general. And the best trap card in the game, in my opinion, is Windstorm of Etiqua. And I run 1 Sphere Karibo because it's just a useful card to have as well. And that's the deck. It's really simple, but I'm going to be honest with you guys, I had amazing success in Platinum using this deck when the deck first came out. Now, I didn't find a lot of mirror matches, and that may be that, but I'm really starting to wonder if this is actually the strongest deck right now in Duel Links. Like, if we have another huge event like the KC Cup, if this is the deck that's going to win the tournament. Just because in Platinum 3, in Platinum, I had like a 16-game streak where I only lost 1 duel. So I went 15-1 over this course of this time period. And actually, the first duel that I won in this sequence was actually like an error loss, where I logged in and then I got like forced out of the game, and then it was like an auto loss, right? And then that would have actually got me all the way up to King games with like a 17-1 if I'd won that game. 17-1 record. Obviously, then I had to win 5 more in a row, and that actually like lost a couple before eventually getting King of Games. But it really wasn't that difficult. I was just winning all over the place. And so I thought we would play a couple duels using this deck in King of Games rank and see what happens. Hopefully they actually run competitive decks. I don't know a lot of people who actually play once they reach King of Games. Alright guys, we're getting to our first game, and it looks to be a mirror match versus My Valentine. Looks like we're going second, so that may or may not go well for us. We'll see. I'm really hoping that they're not running Harpies Hunting Ground, but I think... Yep, okay. That was theirs right there. So we'll see what we do in the mirror match. We did get 2 Harpies, which is nice. He runs a face down card, so I think it's pretty safe to assume that if I play this card right here, we will not die. So... attack it, and Birdman is gone, but he's going to search out his Harpy, of course. Harpy Lady 2. Harpy Lady 2, that's... I'm not sure what that one does, to be honest with you. I run Harpy Lady 3, and I want to run Harpy Lady 1, but I don't have the card. So we could be in a bad situation here, potentially. So she's going to put down her Harpy. Is she going to kill both the field spells? Let's see what this does. This should be 2, right? Negate the effects of flip effect monster this card destroys in battle. That's not helpful. Oh, he's going to go with Relinquish. So this is comboed with Relinquish. It was actually really smart then for him in the mirror match to destroy both of the Harpies Hunting Grounds. But I'm actually really fortunate that I have Jerry Beansman in my hands, but this will not be easy to overcome, for sure. The Relinquish play is definitely really strong, but the challenge for it becomes, it happens now. And so we got a Harpy Lady that doesn't really help us much. They gotta find some way to overcome the fact that I have 5 cards to their 2, essentially. And all I need to do is play... Oh, he plays a face down card. He's trying to scare me. That might or might not be an actual thing. We'll see. Got another Sonic Duck. So we're going to go ahead and play Harpy Lady right here. At the very least, it's a defensive card. And we're going to see what happens. If he's just trying to scare us away from the attack. He was actually trying to scare us away from the attack. And then we go in with the kill with Harpy Lady. So that worked out really well. We still have a lot of monsters to play, but we only have 950 life points left. I assume the face down is probably something like a summoning the Black Illusion Ritual card or something along that line. We finally have a Spell a Trap card. It was about time. This will come in handy for sure, and we'll go ahead and play Sonic Duck because that's just one of the strongest ones that we have. And we will attack with Sonic Duck, actually. Oh, and he has the other Harpy Lady ones. Interesting. And so we actually might win here. And again, that's the problem with the Relinquish deck. Absolutely strong opening, and then it just completely folded after Relinquish came on the field and stole my monster. So that's nice to win to show off with the Harpies deck. Wasn't really much of a mirror match as it was sort of versus Relinquish, but you know, hey, we can't choose. And then we got our second game, this time against Bandit Keith, which I see Bandit Keith probably more often than any other character or any other skill. And so let's see what there's a number of decks that Bandit Keith decks usually run. I think I see more often than not Relinquish decks. They also run quite a few Sergeant Electro-centered decks, or just Venus Agent of Creation decks as well. Coming out with a Digrapher, so this seems more like a Venus type deck. But it looks like I'm going to straight beat stick him on the first turn. We're going to go ahead and play Birdface. No, we're not going to play Birdface. We're going to play Jerry Beans Band, because we have Order to Charge, and that might come into useful. And hopefully he doesn't have a Sphere Karibo. And he doesn't. So already we're off to a great start. We've already minus his monster because I guess he didn't have any face down, or he may have saved his face downs because he's scared of me playing a Harpy Lady. But as you can see, I don't even have a Harpy Lady, which just the scare factor alone was enough to change the duel. He's now used both, and he just scooped. He realized that he wasn't going to get anywhere with Harpies Hunting Ground on the field. We're going to show you one more duel then. And here we got our last duel, and this time it's versus Taya Gardner. Now I'm really interested to see what skill they're using with Taya, because they have the 5-card hand Taya, as well as the I don't take damage on my own turn Taya. And depending on which one it is should change which kind of deck. Dual Standby. I believe that's the 5-card hand one. Yes, it is.
Duel.
Alright, we got Heart of the Underdog. That's nice. Cup of Ace to start off the game. Am I going to draw 2 more cards? I'm going to draw 2 more cards. That's extremely nice. So this is some sort of combo deck. They want to get something off, but I think we are just going to just completely obliterate them, most likely. I don't even need Heart of the Underdog, but I'm going to go ahead and play it anyway, because it can't hurt. And at the very least might be able to get me out of pickle in the future. Got a bunch of Harpies here. Don't want to play them. Jerry Beans Man. Sonic Duck seems like the good bet here. Just because this could be... I mean, I guess 1900 is better than 1750. And then we got a Sphere Karibo. Our face down, though, is Order to Charge. So when in doubt, we can save him. Hopefully it's not like a possessed Dark Soul. That would be really irritating. We got a face down card, which we will definitely kill with our Harpy Ladies. And we got a Mirror Wall as well. So we are sitting pretty right now. We actually only have one Harpy Lady. It's not the one that I want, but we'll play it anyway just to get rid of whatever this is. We don't want it. Whatever it is, go away. You're not invited to this party. He's gonna activate it. Okay. I guess I don't have to switch my Sonic Duck's battle position now. And we're gonna go ahead and play this as well, because why not? And Taya right now is just trying to stall. If this is like a ladybug, then our Harpy's gonna die, but it's already served its purpose. And another Sphere Karibo. He had 2 probably in his opening hand. But again, our board presence is growing. They now have 2. We have 5 cards on the field, and they have 3 cards total. We also have 4 cards in our hand. Not hitting that Cup of Ace early was huge. Let's see if we can draw another Harpies Lady here. That would be ideal. Now we draw Order to Charge. But I think I'm just gonna play. We're sitting in a good situation here. I don't know what this face down card is, but if it has a flip effect, then chances are it will not go off whenever I destroy it like this, which could be beneficial. It is a Worm, so it does not stop anything. And then 1, 2, 3. What did we lose? We lost our Windstorm of Etiqua, Witch, and Sonic Duck. Actually, not too bad. Not too bad, all things considered. We're gonna play another Sonic Duck, because why not? Our hand is full. We're gonna play this down here. So it's apparently a Worm stall deck in which they want to get us to 0 cards, in which case the Heart of the Underdog play is not going to help me in the slightest. In fact, it might actually hurt me. I think probably what he was hoping for was for me to actually use that effect, but it didn't actually work out. He's got another Sphere Karibo, doesn't he? No, he doesn't. Okay. Down to 600 life points with 7 cards left in my deck to burn. I also have Order to Charge ready to go. This face down card doesn't seem to be saving him, although he could be saving it for this turn. 3 cards total. Did he even draw a monster? He did not even draw a monster. And so there you have it, guys. We did 3 games in King of Games, 2 of which were scoops because it was clear victories. The other one was a little bit more interesting, but that is the My Valentine Harpy deck that I built using Order to Charge, vanilla monsters, and Heart of the Underdog. Let me know what you think about it. I definitely think it's one of the absolute strongest decks in the game right now. It could even be the strongest deck. Obviously we would need to test out some of the new decks that have come out from the latest sets, maybe see if there's any competition for it. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree or disagree and why. Just tell me what you think. Like the video if you like the video, dislike the video if you dislike the video, subscribe if you want to be notified for my future content. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day.